Oh shit! You already started.
All right, welcome everybody back to another edition of Chairgatin. I'm your host Rattlesnake, coming at you live once again from Austin, Texas. Here with my co-host Dakota. What up, Dakota? How was Bristol?
What up, boys? I think this is a very special episode that deserves a very special beer.
Ooh. That was a terrible pour, by the way. Absolutely.
I was looking at TV and I was like, "Oh fuck, I don't give a shit. We'll fix this in a minute." But
the worst Hooters waitress of all time.
You know why it's so terrible? Because I'm still hungover after that Saturday night.
That's fair.
Oh, we got a lot to talk about. Let's get it, dude.
Let's do it.
What's up? It's Chairgatin coming at you live.
Hello, come right in.
Rock, flag, and eagle.
Woo! Boy, yeah, I got distracted. I was like, oh fuck, we're live, and I started pouring it. We'll fix it.
So you had a weekend?
Oh, dude. I mean, I had a hell. This one was like, they all keep getting better and better, but this one was a fucking good one. Like, I don't know, it was so fun.
So are you saying each NASCAR weekend gets better and better, or Bristol gets better and better, and this was the peak of Bristol?
All of the above. All my fun race weekends. I mean, I was like, how can I? I'm not gonna say it's top Darlington, but then it was right there with the awesomeness. Darlington was awesome, but then I'm like, how do I do that? All the boys showed up. The whole gang was out there. We were just missing you.
Yeah, the whole crew was there.
Dude, everybody was at this race. So, I got to meet a bunch of friends. I got to meet Jared, friend of the show. Shout out PK Jared. Dude,
Love
it was
Jared.
awesome. Yeah, it was awesome.
He's competing with Nathan for the number one fan, because he will post pics with our merch at tracks. I love that shit. That's what I want to see.
Dude, that's why when I first got up to get met him and stuff, he was wearing a Chairgatin shirt, and I was like, "Oh my god, you're a legend!"
And that's a sick shirt. That's one of my favorite shirts.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. It was awesome hanging out with Jared and Garage Guys and my boy Vince out there, and then Left Turn Colts showed up hard. I got to meet Jacob from them. I ain't got to meet him yet, so that was cool. And we all just kicked it the whole weekend, dude. It wasn't like a hey, good to meet you. All right, we'll see y'all later kind of deal. No, we all tailgated, parked together, walked around together, did stuff together. Friday and Saturday, and then
Sounds like you were hanging out with them a lot. How many free eats pairs did you give away?
Yeah, so some stuff happened. I was waiting.
I'm not going to let you live that down. I'm not going to. The fact that I saw Garage Guys posting content nonstop, all this shit, and you're in every one, chugging beers. I'm and I'm like, how's the eats giveaway? And you're like, don't know if I'm going to be able to get around to that.
So literally, I was like, I'm not gonna do it on Friday. I'm gonna wait till we're all NASCAR.
Probably should have done it on Friday. In hindsight,
should have done it on Friday. So I literally was
into details, but
we were all talking about doing this big meetup on Saturday and shotgunning beers, and I was like, that'll be the perfect time to go do the Eats giveaway. I got all these shades. We're gonna do it, and so I was waiting. I had all this time to do it. They're sitting at the track. I was like, oh, let me grab them. We're gonna go do it, and we're walking around doing stuff. I thought it was going to be chilly up there because last year it was. Yeah. No, it was hot as hell.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was 88 degrees.
This weekend I was in a completely opposite environment. I was I flew into San Francisco and drove into, it's called Livermore Valley. It's part of the wine country of California.
Yeah, it's super cool.
Quite a bit different. I was wearing the button down, tucked into the shorts and the loafers.
Damn,
full on
winery.
$1 million. Yeah. I'll show you some pics later. I mean, I look like I fit in there. I can't afford to fit in there.
Napa Valley.
Yeah, it was cold as shit. I thought California. I packed shorts and t-shirts. I'm coming from Texas where it's 95 degrees every day, and I went out there and it was 60 damn degrees. I was freezing. And I am kind of a baby.
In the mountains.
That's the thing. Yeah, I'm kind of a baby when it's cold. I mean, as you know, when I went to Atlanta and I was complaining about the cold weather, I don't like if it's under 80 degrees. So I would have much rather been at Bristol.
Bristol at night, it felt great. We couldn't ask for. I mean, there was some storms came through there Saturday, but they missed the track. It kind of sprinkled a little bit, but at least they got the race in. And after that storm came through, dude, it cooled off 20 degrees, and it felt great. But I was like, man, it wasn't you needed pants and a long sleeve. It was just like good t-shirt and shorts weather.
Nice.
But
that's perfect.
some stuff went south right there after the meetup, and like I had to deal with some things and stuff. Oh, and then I had to run back to the truck with the old lady and deal with some things and some personal stuff. And I was like, oh crap. Well, like then the whole race became into jeopardy, and I was like, oh crap, dude. Like I'm not gonna make it back in the track. Lo and behold, things worked out. The seas parted, and I ran my ass in there and got to attend a barn burner of a race.
By the way, I do need to address this comment. Says the San Fran area is like that though. Love it. Never gets above 75. I hate that. It is way too chilly.
I've never been to California.
I've been to California plenty of times, but always southern. Love it because the weather's perfect. It's like 80 degrees every day, and you're like, it's perfect. It's like 80 degrees. That's what I want. It's sure
you like it a lot.
It's cooler than Texas. It's great. I can't afford to live there, but I understand people wanting to live there. My problem with San Francisco is that it was cloudy and it was cold. And I asked them, I was like, is this just like
where you weren't in Seattle?
And right. And they were like, no, this is what it's like during summers. Like it doesn't get above 75 here. It's always a little chilly. And I was like, I hate this.
Dude, I remember when I went to Alaska.
Was nice, but like
when I went to Alaska, it was like June and it was like 55 degrees. And I was like, this is tight. Like this is
so San Francisco and Alaska, same thing. Yeah.
I'm thinking West Coast, man, that way.
Didn't you call what did you call West Coast once on the podcast?
I don't remember.
Well, it was Wyoming. You said Wyoming was West Coast.
It's west of the Mississippi. It's West Coast, bro.
No.
But man, Bristol was fun, man. I'm not letting you miss it next year.
All right, well, I'm not letting you get away with not giving a shout out to our sponsor, Yeats.
Yeah, I put them. It's a damn shame.
We gotta give them an extra good shout out this episode since
10%
off discount code.
I texted them. I was like, hey, some stuff happened. I can't do it. I said, don't worry, we got some good stuff coming. We're definitely going to do some more giveaways. So stay tuned in the comments. Stay tuned. For the weeks to come. I know. The last two races were fun, but the mother of all races is coming up in 2 weeks.
Well, anyone listening, I'll just give y'all a shout out. What I'm planning on doing is it'll probably be Wednesday. It'll probably be a Wednesday if I can schedule this out because I'm going to be at the Ryder Cup all week. So my whole
San Francisco Ryder Cup.
I just got back from the wine country and going to golf tournament. That's just the life I live. So my whole week is like shot. But if I can get this planned properly on Wednesday, be on the lookout. It'll be on Twitter and Instagram, just like we did it last time. We're going to do another social giveaway for another pair of Yeats. Maybe even two different ones. Like, hey, this one for Instagram, this one for Twitter. Like, whichever one you want.
That's a good idea.
Go to that.
We need to come up with something like whoever can post the funniest picture or something, or like fun, like best gift gets it or something.
All right. Well, this one, since I'm out of town, it's probably just going to be like last time where it's, share, follow, and comment or something like that. I think that's what the rules were. So just be on the lookout for that. If y'all want a pair of Yeats, bada bing, bada boom. And we got new. Do you have any of them like right in front of you? You don't have to go up and get them, but if you had them right in front of you, we got some new ones.
I got some. I can.
Nah, it's fine.
Wait, no, they're right here. I forgot to put them in.
We got some really cool new pairs. I already called dibs on one of them. Sorry. But
dude, they came in these badass boxes too.
Dude, that is sick.
Yeah, they're cool as hell. And we'll send some stickers with it. Some sticker swags goes good on a Yeti cooler. You know what I'm saying? Dude, I got shades galore. These actually I wanted to give away in Dega. The bad boys, but we'll throw these out online.
You know what? Okay, what's the worst pair? What's the ugliest pair?
Well, one of them. Well, I was only going to say it because you have them.
All right.
We got shades on shades, boy.
Pick one pair right now. Just pick one that you want to get rid of.
These.
All right. See,
those look familiar to you?
Yeah, I love that pair. For anybody
these will be online giveaway, boy.
No, we're gonna do a giveaway right now.
Okay.
Literally right now in the comments. Anyone watching, we're gonna do a giveaway.
War by yours truly.
Yeah, there you
Dude,
go.
oh wait, hold up. These look kind of tight. Hold on a second.
I told you though, that's a sick pair, dude.
All right, we'll give away another pair.
No, we're giving away that pair. You already picked it out, and I own it, so I don't want you to have the same pair as me. What should we have them answer in the comments? What's the question?
Well, then I feel like that's an internet thing. Whoever sends it the first. I don't even know who's all watching, but I know Nate.
If Nathan's watching, he's ready. My wife's watching. She's gonna try to snag that pair. Nathan, if you're watching, this is your chance. You're always complaining about how you haven't had a free pair yet. So this is your shot, Nathan. Don't miss it.
I feel like, should it be a Bristol related question? Should it be a Chairgatin question?
Do you have anything Bristol related that you could ask right now?
What couldn't I ask? Oh man. Well, I feel like too, if we ask a question, anybody could just like look it up.
All right, how about this? This is Nathan should get this one. All right. Nathan, here you go. The question is about to be asked. This is your chance to win the free pair of Yeats. What was the first NASCAR race that me and Dakota attended together?
Ooh, that's good. That's a good fan question.
If Nathan doesn't get that one,
that's a good fan question.
He's banned forever. First one to comment gets it. Doesn't matter who. First comment.
Yeah, so that's a fan-related question of the show.
What was the first race me and Dakota attended together in person? Still nothing. I'm surprised. I thought Nathan would have been like
that. In the bathroom. He's in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Well, you directed it straight to Nathan.
There we go.
Oh, and he gets it.
Nathan.
Finally, someone wins a pair of shades.
Nathan.
Oh, here.
You got it.
Harry tried. I'm sorry. It wasn't Vega.
Thank you for the attempt. Yeah, sorry, Nathan. Kind of like that one was swayed towards him.
We could do another one. We got other pairs, or should we wait? Let's do one online. Give other people.
Now we're gonna do one online. This was to make up for you not doing one at the racetrack. Yeah.
Sorry, I gotta put my OGs back on.
We're gonna do 2 online this week. We're gonna do 2. It's not just one pair. We're giving away 2 pairs this week online. One on Instagram and one on Twitter. So there you go.
Boy, all right, we finally have a giveaway winner. I almost said that. Dude, that's the thing is if he got it wrong, we'd be like, all right, damn it.
Here's the thing. If I worded that differently, it would have been a completely different question. Because what if I would have been like, what's the first race that me and Dakota both were in attendance at, not attended together, right? Because I'm sure me and you have attended races, the same races, a few times. So
I also need to start tagging some stuff at racetrack.
Yeah. All right. So Nathan, there you go. You got your pair right there. I actually love that pair. Dakota sleeps on that style, but they're sick.
They would go great with an Alex Bowman shirt.
Yeah,
they really would. I mean, serious.
Yeah. Okay. So we made up for that by giving a pair away.
They also come in a cool little case. Oh. That's what I needed. Like our sponsor. Boom.
All right.
Boy, where do we start off, dude? Bristol, baby.
Yeah.
I mean, if this doesn't show you that old Bristol is back, like this freaking awesome race we're gonna get into, dude. Like this is a no-brainer. Do not miss race. If you're thinking like, man, I really want to go there, get your tickets in 2022. Because I mean, this was awesome, man. This reminded me of like the 2000s races, old bump and run, old door banging days. The sport needed this. Sport needed this race. I expect this one to be a sellout soon to come.
Yeah, I agree. I wasn't planning on rocking this shirt on back-to-back episodes, but I had to do it. I just washed it, saw it in the closet when I was getting ready for the episode, and I was like, I mean, it was the paint scheme and everything.
You had to, honestly. If you're just going to total fanboy, you might as well get a hat, too.
No, I don't want a total fanboy. I just wanted like something. I like the Valvoline paint scheme with him, and I just wanted something Larson. I was like,
I wanted to get it before he won the championship, so I could say I got it before he won the championship.
There you go. During the playoffs of the year, yeah,
bitch.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So I watched the race after it happened. I watched it today because
you picked a hell of a weekend to go out of town because this was one to watch.
Yeah. So I already knew roughly the outcome. All I knew was that there was an incident with Harvick and Elliott, which we will get into, and I knew the winner. So that might have changed how I watched it a little bit, to be fair. But
you already had propaganda.
I was like, how is this going to play out? Because I know what the outcome is. So it was almost like when I'm watching Larson, I'm like, okay, well, I know where he's going to finish. So it's interesting to see how he's running. You watched it live at the track. I mean, completely opposite experience.
This track, like I'm telling you, when you go next year, you're going to be like, all right, I'm not missing this one again. Like this is a no-brainer, must-go race. It's definitely a crown jewel. If we're going to get rid of the Brickyard, it's about time. Bristol Night Race is a crown jewel. We're making it happen. It's going to be in there. This short track racing, dude. When we talk about like we want more short tracks, hell, build another Bristol. I don't care. This is the race. And I mean, I know the spring race had its flaws. I think last year's was the best race of the year. And, they got so, crazy and high off the beer they smoked. They wanted to put dirt on it. That's a whole nother episode.
Did you say high off the beer they smoked?
Yes. So.
That's going to be another Chairgatin shirt. They got so high off the beer they smoked.
Smoking beer. And it'll be like Chase Elliott with a doobie. That's a good one, dude. I want to come up with one. So, I mean, the dirt race, be what you may. It is what it is. But the concrete under the lights, it don't get better than this, man. The whole atmosphere, the energy, the fireworks, the flyover was awesome. Sherry Pollock, shout out Sherry. She killed the intro, dude, or the start of command, dude. Yeah. It was everybody had goosebumps. I know it was insane. That place was electric and it was packed. Good ass crowd, dude. The place was packed. It was really good to see. I know kind of last year was, pandemic race, and the years to come, it was getting a little more crowded since, the last decade, but this is the most packed I've seen it in years. And it was such an awesome race, man. I don't even really know where to start. The playoffs.
All right. So I've never attended a Bristol race ever. No, I've never even been up to Bristol.
So you're still you're only 85% of a man. Actually, you ain't a man if you haven't been to Bristol.
Yeah. I haven't had my bat mitzvah yet. If I was Jewish, is it bat mitzvah or bar mitzvah? What's the difference? One's for girls, one's for guys. Either way.
Yeah.
I'm not a full Jewish woman.
Quinceañera or something.
Yeah, well, he got quinceañeras here, big time.
There you go. I can't roll my tongue.
Yeah, I'm not a full-fledged woman yet because I haven't attended Bristol. Yeah. So I know you don't do infield stuff. What's it like outside?
I would love to, but
But what's it like outside the track if you stay the night there, if you go camping?
Dude, now see, I feel like
compared to like a Dega, because I've experienced that every single year. I know Dega really well.
I feel like, there's camping all over and camping around. They have parking next to camping areas. I feel like this would be a fun one to go camp at. If you had a camper tent, whichever you want to do.
Do you not camp there?
No. So shout out Cody Powers at LTC. Gave me a place to stay. We came and crashed at his house. He crashed at my house for the last Atlanta race. So, it's one thing about this whole, social media takeover we're doing is making friends of the podcast and homies helping homies, give a place to stay for these races. I only live 20 minutes from the track. It was awesome.
So do not a lot of people camp for this one?
No, I kind of feel like they do.
I know every year they talk about the price gouging at hotels around there. So I wasn't sure if that means not as many people.
I do know a buddy of mine, Jaguar, shout out Jaguar. He showed up late and was like, I'm just going to camp. They wanted $150 in this one lot for the weekend, which I felt like if you probably were there Thursday through Sunday, that's not a bad deal. I don't really know what other ones are like. But that's the only thing I heard was he was going to try to camp in a tent, and they wanted $150 for the spot. And he was by himself.
That's like Dega.
Yeah, well, he was by himself. It was just him in his tent, and he was like,
they're probably not cutting him anything. They're like, no, we got a lot. I don't care what you put in it. It's just you by yourself.
He did end up finding a spot over somewhere else. He said it was $20, but I think there was some other stuff that went down or something. He got a $20. If it's
just you by yourself, just find a place to park your car and sleep in it.
I'm a big fan of that.
That's the way
another buddy of mine last year he went and he said it's totally not even track related, but he said 15 minutes away is a state park and they had full on camping at the state park, and he said it was $20 for the whole weekend. He went there, got a camping spot on a river in the fucking mountains, and he said it was awesome.
That's smart.
And I was
that's a life hack.
That's kind of different. Yeah, like you're going camping and then you're going to go to a NASCAR.
Yeah, you're going actually camping.
Yeah, that's
you're not just sleeping outside a track.
I remember him telling me, and I was like, yeah, that's kind of cool. Like, that's not a bad idea. But
so have you never camped there?
No,
you've been to Bristol plenty, right?
Yeah. So my dad, back in the day, we used to always get a hotel. Now I've done it. Johnson City's just like 15 minutes south of there, and I'm sure that the prices are high and those get booked up quick. But that's probably the nearest town I know of to where you could get a good hotel. But I think I'd rather, like, if we had the boys together and we're actually gonna do it, I'd rather go in on a camping lot.
Yeah. I mean, I just don't know how it is. You know.
However, as long as it doesn't flood rain, you remember that one year, like there's a creek, there's a big creek that goes right by the track. Like
that's why it floods.
And there's a low area kind of where the parking is.
Wasn't that last year when like the whole parking lot?
That was last year, yeah. It was a dirt race. That was a dirt race.
Oh,
flooded the whole parking
really?
lot. Yeah, I remember because it rained the whole week. Nathan and them got an Airbnb. That's another one. Nathan and some other buds, they went and got an Airbnb. They said it wasn't bad. About 45-minute drive to the track.
Well, what we need to do next year then is get like a party house Airbnb with the whole crew.
Yeah,
like not just us, like all the other podcasts.
Yeah, I'd be down.
Well, going on some party Airbnb together.
We've been talking about maybe. I mean, it's totally if we're going down this wormhole, like maybe Daytona 500 do like a nice ass Airbnb and everybody just throw in.
Yeah,
I think that'd be kind of cool.
That would be good. And
yeah,
call it like the content house or something. And
yeah, get one on the beach.
Content every day.
Get one on the beach or something. Yeah. Like see who all would be in. Man, I don't know. But yeah, do something cool like that.
I like
but yeah.
Idea.
Bristol camping, I would try it. I'd give it a go. If you're curious about camping or doing that, I think it'd be good. However, this is one thing I like about Bristol, and it doesn't even pertain to me. The north side of the track, they have the Toyota camping lot. If you drive, what is it, a Toyota, Lexus, or something, you get to park for free. If you drive a Toyota, park for free parking. However, if you drive anything else, it's just $20. And I didn't think that was that bad. Like you're right next to the track.
$20? No, that's not bad at all.
A big field. It literally is right next. There's skid row of white tents, and you're parked behind the white tent.
You'll pay like $40 at Darlington and still walk a mile.
Toyota Lexus Scion. That's it. You know, the family. So you got to walk through the white tents to get to the track. It's genius. And it's pretty neat, dude.
$20 is a good deal.
And literally, I feel like Bristol goes all out on gypsy tents and skid row white tents. Yeah, I'd say there's more white tents at Bristol than Dega. Like there's probably, Nathan can say in comments, there's probably at least 40 plus white tents. And
they're all
they're good too. They're like, it seems like everybody brings all their shit, and they were packed, like packed. It was like, you know, walking to a concert, going to the white tents, man. It was awesome. Yeah. Good stuff. And just seeing the crowd and seeing all that, I was like, this motherfucker's about to be a good race. Like, everybody's
well, the crowd was good. The atmosphere was going to be good. But, I mean, could you have depicted or predicted such an awesome race? Like,
well, I mean.
How does this rank of the year, of the best of the year? Where does this land?
Dude, I don't know, man. I mean, you classic Larson Finch. We got bumped, beaten, and banging. We don't ever get much of that in the big.
All right, well, let's break down the race then, and then maybe we can come to a conclusion.
Well, I feel like Friday night set the bar high in the Xfinity race. That was the best Xfinity race I think I've ever seen. So they set the bar high, and I was worried if Cup was going to deliver or how these boys were going to race. I've been to the Cup race and seen a stink up show where a guy dominated and just won, and it's all good, but. You want the drama. You want the beating and banging, the donut.
Especially in the playoffs, last race of the first round.
Ship them.
Yeah.
So it seemed like the first half, like the first couple stages were kind of just whatever. We got rain. Denny Hamlin won. I think Larson won a stage, and it was so like racing. But you knew when that third stage, there was a couple incidents, some spins and wrecks. You knew when that third stage started, like, oh, it's go time. Had a couple guys with some woes. Chase Elliott got a penalty late, came back through the field. A couple of playoff guys weren't running good. Some were marching towards the front. Man, it was spicing up to be juicy. And all of a sudden here late, the freaking Hendrick cars are all like up front. And it was awesome. So I was kind of like, how's this going to work out? Kevin, I literally had the best piece he's had all year. I was like, we got something tonight. I hope like this might be it, and I'm here for it. So that's awesome. Man, the race was awesome, beating and banging. And that's one thing I know they're showing on TV the leaders, but back there in 15th, 20th, 25th, these dudes are just throwing bows, running each other in the wall, shoving a guy off.
I mean, I can tell you from watching it on TV or replay, whatever you want to call it, with like 20 laps to go or something, it constantly had 3 screens on the screen.
Yeah.
Because it was like, okay, battle for the lead, but then like here's Reddick and Joey Logano. He's only like a couple points behind. He can make it. And
that was one
here's
thing.
Almirola over here. Like he might not be in, or he might, and they were just like constantly having to change different battles.
That's awesome. That's one thing about being there live is there was no as they run points thing, and I get it. Like they can't really. But I kind of knew. I know who's in the playoffs, and I know who probably needs a good run and who can't afford a bad run. And I see where they're running, and I'm like, well, that can't be good, And Byron had to race his way in, and when he was running up the top 5 late, I was like, dude, if we get a late race restart, he's going to be desperate to win. I didn't know he was already kind of locked in top.
Yeah, he was already in.
But I knew he was up there.
That's what I do really like about the playoffs is it gives it a lot more battles to watch other than just the lead. And when you're watching it on TV and they're constantly updating the points for you to be like Reddick was like a point out at one, and they're like Reddick might, race his way in, and then Almirola, it was wild. There was a lot of battles.
That was the thing too is I saw Almirola late faded, and I was like, that's not going to help him. And then Kurt Busch never showed up. I kind of hated it for our fellow friend of the show, Kurt. I hated it because I was like, oh, Kurt's on the fence going to Bristol. He's going to be swinging, and he never did.
Yeah, I agree. I was disappointed. I didn't look up before the race who was in or out with the playoffs. I didn't have that information. So that was the one thing that I was like, I'm going to go into this episode not knowing is who made it in. And I was really confident about kind of the picks we had going in. We said the 4 out were going to be Tyler Reddick, Almirola, Michael McDowell, and then me and you went back and forth on Byron or Bowman.
Yeah, didn't I say Byron out? Or did I? I said they were both out, I thought.
Man, I don't know. Either way, those were kind of the 4 guys we were talking about, 4 or 5 guys. I thought one of us was going to be right about that. I was really disappointed with Kurt. I thought he was going to be in for sure.
It all goes back to Richmond with the spin. I thought Kurt was going to be okay. And then I thought we're going to Bristol. Kurt's going to handle business. If anybody, Almirola, maybe he's going to be, doing bad. But then we also had some pit tire woes. Kyle, I knew Kyle Busch was kind of safe, but he, you go a couple laps down at Bristol.
I wanted to get into this as well. What was it? How many laps were left? I mean, it was late, and Kyle Busch, has to change his 2 right tires.
Yeah,
I believe that's what he changed. And as people are passing, he just got 2 laps down, and as they're passing, they're updating the playoff points, and his points are going, and he's like right on the line.
I bet that was like a nail biter.
It was, and they put him on the radio, and he's just yelling. He's like, "Only the right, get out of the way!" And just fucking burns it.
I see.
I was so into
the track. Like he didn't even wait to merge. He came off the track right in front of guys, and I was like, crap!" And they checked up. Like I was like, "Wow!" I'm like Kyle Busch would.
Yeah, they were like, "That's legal." They're like, not many drivers do it, but like it is legal when you're on like exiting or whatever. So it was badass. I got really into that because I was like, that was a nail biter. Because then he's right behind like Larson, and then I think Chase was still leading at the time, and then Harvick for 1, 2, 3. Yeah. And he had to essentially get past them to not be 2 laps down. And so I was like, dude, this is intense just in that battle alone.
Yeah.
Because when this was happening, like I said, I didn't know who was in the playoffs. And all I'm thinking is, holy shit, what if Kyle Busch doesn't make the playoffs after the first round?
And he kind of, I was expecting him to be like, crazy fast, with potential to win. He seemed like an 8th place car at best. Hey, Bobby, what's up, boy? Hey, my boy, but BW Outdoors attended his first Bristol race this weekend. Took his old lady and the boy. I mean, new fans coming in, getting back into it. I love it.
Hell yeah, absolutely. So yeah, there was battles. Who else did that? Was that Christopher Bell that also had to pit?
Oh, he did have a tire issue, and I didn't really see him coming off. But He had a tire issue. Chase Elliott had a tire issue.
Yep.
I think Chase Elliott had a couple of them. So,
we're going to have a lot to say about that.
Dude, we got like 30 minutes to talk about that. But there was a lot of woes where like, oh, shit. And hell, Denny Hamlin and Kyle were going. Okay, this is another thing before the drama is Denny Hamlin and Kyle Larson were going at it the whole race. Like, Denny'd run Kyle down and pass him, and Kyle would come back when Denny got in traffic. And then finally, they get Denny was beating up on Chase, then he gets to Larson. And they hit tires off of 4, and then Denny blows the right front into 1, and it was, oh shit, place went nuts. So it was awesome, man. I hated I thought like, well, Denny will be okay, he can afford it. But yeah, we're getting there. Don't just you wait. So.
I'm wearing this shirt for a reason.
Yeah, wearing all this for a reason. So yeah, it was a good ass race. And then Kevin is fighting for his life. 1 year since he's won at the place he did it at.
Yeah, I was gonna say at the track.
I was hoping for a top 10. I was like, just a good run. Okay, if we're fast, that's cool. But I just want a good top 10 tonight, boy. Let's get to the next round. And Kevin and Rodney brought a freaking rocket ship.
Yeah.
One of Kevin's best tracks.
Yeah.
And they were motoring. When they were running 3 consistently and then ran down the leaders, I was like, okay, all right. Like, I like what I'm seeing. And then we get up there and pass Blaney for the lead. And I'm like, dude, we're leading like with like 100 laps to go. This is awesome. La-di-da, there's some other dramas, restarts. Chase Elliott gets the lead with like 50 to go, and Kevin's running his ass down. And I'll give it to you, Kevin is like clearly faster than 9. And I'm also like, man, when you get by him, don't worry, we'll get him. Well, Kevin is literally getting impatient as shit, keeps putting the bumper to Elliott. Well, then they catch some thick lap traffic. They go into 3, and
wasn't that Star? Wasn't that Star they were trying to get around?
Yeah, I don't really remember.
I was gonna say, I mean, that would make perfect sense.
They're coming down the back stretch, and Kevin gets the run off of 2, goes under Elliott, and I'm thinking like, Elliott, he's going to pinch Elliott. He's going to pinch Elliott right here. Well, Elliott just squeezed it 3 wide, and I think they both sent it into 3. So, you could tell they both washed up, and then Kevin gets loose and just doors the 9. I love it. I'm all about it. Sounds great. It looked awesome. Fuck them. And so as soon as they come out of 4, Chase Elliott's tires like, and I was like, damn, that sucks. But I was also like, that might come back to bite us.
Yeah.
So, and it did. And so we go on about our day when 9 comes ripping off pit road. He's laps down now. And all of a sudden, well, the way he comes off pit road, he's like 5 cars behind Kevin on fresh tires. And I'm like,
yep.
I literally was like, oh, fuck. Nathan looked at me and was like, and I was like, this isn't going to be good.
They're going to have to see each other before
this race is over. They're going to be next to each other. And I was thinking, literally, I said, I think the 9's going to dump us. I think the 9's going to wreck us. And when he gets there, Timmy on the radio was like, Nine's coming on tires. I'm sure he's pissed as hell. I don't know what he's going to do when he gets to you. He's like, take care of it. And the 9, he comes off and doors us off the corner and goes. But then I was like, well, now the 9's in front of us. Like, oh, fuck. Like, this isn't good either. The 5's behind us. The 9's in front of us. And it's like 10 to go. And I'm like,
he didn't. I mean, you have to be a little relieved that he just went past you and didn't dump you.
Yeah.
It does suck that he's in front of you and his teammate is making up ground behind you. But at least you got to be like, okay, we're still in this race. I mean,
we're still rolling,
right?
And I'm grateful for that. We can break into past and present, future races. The fucking problem I have, is teammates helping teammates. People like to bring up Kurt and Ross Chastain, Atlanta. It'd been different if the 9 was just getting lapped and Kevin caught him and the 9 made it hard. No, the 9 was on fresh tires past us and stopped. And he literally blocked the 4 for like 8 laps and just blocked the shit out of him and slowed down. Like, he put on the brakes. He didn't pass another car after he passed the 4.
Wait, are you surprised?
No! God damn it.
Okay. That's kind of what I expected. Like you, when I was watching the race, I did know that they had some kind of altercation because I saw people on Twitter talking about it. I didn't want to get into it, though. So I didn't know what their altercation was on the track. I knew that they got into each other's faces afterwards. So I had no idea. I kind of assumed they both finished the race because it looked like they, parked their cars. But I was kind of expecting like way worse. I would like you. I was thinking like, is Chase just going to put him in the wall and knock them both out of this race? You know? So I was actually kind of surprised that was what led to this huge like altercation off the track.
I honestly,
it sucks that you didn't win the race. I mean, I understand that if you're Kevin Harvick.
And then another thing is I was there. I was with 3 to go. I'm like sweating bullets because Larson is coming, and I'm like, dude, Kevin's about to win. Like Kevin's gonna win, and it didn't happen. But so the 9 holds up the 4, and here comes Larson screaming. And Larson stuffs it in there and just pulls the slide job on Kevin. And Kevin just slams into Larson on the straight. How Larson saved it, I have no idea. I literally thought Kevin was about to just dump the 5. And, I mean, it was for the win. All is all. The 5 put him up. Kevin hit him. Love it. Love it. Good old school racing. Guys beating and banging for the win at Bristol. I'm all about it. And then, so Larson goes on to win. Hey, Kevin finishes second. I'm pretty fucking pissed, but Kevin finishes second. I will take a second place in the playoffs.
That's your short track racing.
Yeah, short track racing.
That's your short track racing.
So then as soon as they cross the line, the 9's still in front of Kevin. Kevin just comes up next to him, and they just start hitting each other after the finish. And I was like, yeah. And then they start chasing each other on pit road. I'm like, oh shit! Like, ooh, here we go. And, I felt like this too. I was like, Rattlesnake is going to just put another one in his bag of pussy Kevin Harvick. Don't want to fight. And I was like,
won't take off his goddamn helmet to chase Elliott?
Dude, it's a pandemic, bro. Can't take your helmet off. COVID, don't take your helmet off. I was like, Kevin, take off your helmet.
Take off the helmet. Dude.
But
it's all about optics. You don't even have to fight. You gotta at least Chase took his off. I mean, you gotta do it.
Dude,
that's 2 times now. I've seen
it. It was lame. Whatever. However, I was like, Chase was in his face, Kevin was in his face, and I'm here for it. Whatever. But there was also it's like media could have just stood back 6 feet and like with microphones and cameras, but there was crew guys like grabbing Kevin and pushing back Chase and all this. And I
wanted to mention this definitely because they were having a heated conversation, no doubt. I mean, they were angry at each other, but it was just a heated conversation. They were not pushing each other. They were not getting physical at all. And to prove my point, later on, when they move a little bit, they have that same conversation.
Right.
And no one pushes anyone.
Well,
they're just mad at each other.
There's a thing when they're next to the car is like they're like pulling Kevin back, and you see Kevin like, let me at him.
Let
me at him.
That's what I want to say is the only reason there was any kind of shoving was the drivers shoving people off them. They're like,
I wanted Kevin to grab him by the fucking throat. That's all I wanted.
Yeah, because I watched the close up and all that stuff, and it was clear that they were not pushing each other. They were putting fingers in each other. That's fine.
But they were fuck you, no fuck you.
Harvick and Chase, they were pushing guys off them because they were like, dude, we're having a conversation. Like, back up. I hate that shit. And like Nathan said, the let them fight thing.
Yeah.
Fight. For this, I think this proves even more so that when there are drivers having conversations, like this, people need to back the fuck. That should be a rule. You should be penalized as some kind of crew member or something for getting involved because they weren't going to fight. They were never going to fight.
Motherfucker, they got COVID.
Neither of those 2 guys were going to fight. They were having a heated discussion after a really
It reminded me of Chase Elliott and Denny at Martinsville. When Chase was like, you wrecked me. And Denny was like.
That one was even more heated, I thought.
Yeah, it was because Chase got straight wrecked. But I just remember there was no fight and there was just pointing and yelling and good drama. That's what it reminded me of.
Chase Elliott's not a fighter, dude. I respect the fact that he will, stand his ground and get into an argument with somebody, but he's not a fighter, and I don't expect him to fight, and that's fine. That's just not who he is. But if you see him arguing with somebody, you don't need to run up there and grab them and be like, get off him. What are you doing? You're just making it worse.
Well, one thing is and then later they're having the conversation. I wish they could have been mic'd up because he's like, no, fuck you. Dude, the Subway, John Deere green, baby. So they were literally like, Kevin's pissed. He has a right to be. Chase has a right to be. And I am totally open. They both should be pissed right now. Both got screwed.
Who was next to Harvick, kind of in between Harvick and Elliott?
So that's another thing. Is there's like a fucking, I think it's Kevin's PR guy.
Yeah.
And they're like
somebody with Kevin.
They're sitting there talking shit, and this PR guy's like, fuck you, man.
Yeah. At some point, Chase finally turned to him. And I kind of read his lips, and I think he said, "Why don't you just be quiet, man," or something like that.
Yeah.
Kind of telling him, like, dude, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Like,
that guy
we're having a conversation.
Yeah, that guy was being annoying as shit.
Yeah, he was.
I don't know who he was. But
yeah.
he was, like, right in the middle of them. Like, he was, like, leaning in. And I was like, dude, go fuck yourself.
Get out of here, dude. Let these guys talk. And if they start throwing fists, then y'all can jump in and break it up. That's fine. But like, no one's throwing hands. Like, just let them talk.
But I'm here. Hey, if we're not going to fight, I'm here for the shit talking. Yeah, Kevin was 100%. Like, the one bit we did was, I'll just drive straight fucking through you. Yeah. I'll just drive straight fucking through you next time. And I was
right.
Yeah.
That's how he pretty much ended it. Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, I love it.
I'm all here for that. I think people have kind of been overblowing the situation because based on what I saw, it seemed kind of fair every way. Technically, Harvick started the whole thing, but I don't know if that was on purpose. When
do you rewatch it? They both watch up, and you see Kevin lose it. And
that's the thing. I don't even know if it was on purpose. I think they were just racing hard.
Instead of backing out, he just takes out the 9. Yeah. And with these cars, if you do that, you automatically cut a tire. So blame the car. I mean, I don't think Kevin felt heartbroken about blowing his tire.
I think Chase had every right to come back and fuck with Kevin.
Yes.
Because he ruined his day and his chance of winning a race for sure. But he didn't even take him out. I mean, he could have, and he didn't.
It could have been worse. Well, and that was another thing I heard on the Chairgatin.
Way worse. He finished second. I mean,
Kevin finished second. Chase Elliott finished 25th. So who got the upper hand?
Exactly. Like if I'm Harvick, I understand why you're mad because you were going for the win there. You haven't got the win all season, but I definitely understand Chase being pissed and wanting to fuck with him a little bit, and he did. And now I'm totally cool with them talking shit to each other. And
here's the thing.
I love that.
When was the last time we had some hot, juicy fucking drama action?
But
the sport needed this.
How long is this going to take? How long is this going to last?
Who cares? This is probably over.
Next week it's over.
Either way,
this weekend.
The sport needed this. Like, we needed this spark, this, fuck yeah, we got drama, rivalry, shit talking.
Those are two guys I'd like to see battle each other every week.
Oh yeah,
that's a fun matchup.
Here's one. My hopes are up now. Kevin's pissed. Love it. Old Kevin's back, but it's like
and everything. Yep.
When the 4 doesn't make it to the playoff, to the final 4. If that fucking 9 does, that 9 better not win that fucking championship. That's all I can say on behalf of Kevin. I don't know. I hope they fucking wreck each other again. I hope Kevin Matt Kensington at Martinsville. I want to see this go on. I hope NASCAR's like, hey guys, here's $100. Y'all, go fuck each other.
$100.
Yeah.
I think these drivers don't care about $100. But
no, I hope they get back at it. I hope Chase wrecks this again. I hope Kevin dumps him at Dega. I don't care.
The thing is, I don't think they will because it's the playoffs, and now we just started the new round, which means they're both desperate for a win right away. And I don't think either of them are going to be willing to risk it just to get back at each other. Especially when they watch the replay and they're like, oh, it wasn't that. Okay.
I'd like to see Chase leading the Roval, lapping Kevin. How are they going to race each other? I don't know.
Yeah, especially if they were racing each other hard, like all that whole race or something.
Yeah, that'd be a good place for it.
And he comes up and Harvick's like, I told you what was going to happen.
Yeah. Yeah, well, here's another thing is, nothing's probably going to happen anymore. It's probably it. There'll probably be some other drivers get into it, I hope. But I would love to see Kevin just fucking punt the 9 car somewhere or wreck him on pit road or just fuck with him. I don't know. However, Kevin is a psychopath. So, that demon's still in there somewhere.
I noticed a lot of people online, which is really ironic because everyone's like, oh, Chase Elliott has all the fans, which he does. But most people
I never got to tell you what it was like walking out of that motherfucker.
Most people I follow online were super, not even in favor of Harvick in that instance, but just anti-Chase in that instance.
Yeah. Well,
and I was like, dude, at this point, I'm very unbiased about Chase. I could care less.
He was just there.
He has a few huge fan base, which is annoying. It was annoying with Jimmy Johnson. It was annoying with Dale Jr. The guys that have big fan bases tend to start to get annoying. So I don't hold anything against Chase on that end. I don't really care one way or the other. But in this one, I was like, I don't see what he did wrong. And people were just immediately like, oh, Chase would be, crying if it happened to him. And I was like, yeah, maybe. But
well, no, did you see, especially a bunch of memes that are getting made now was
showing what he's done.
So Chase was like, I don't care who he is, how long he's been doing it. And then it was like, he was like, he's going to race me like that. And then it was just Chase doing it to Joey Logano in the fence the year before. Right. And it was like, really? And then, Chase races people like that all the time. He's like, he did it to me at Darlington. And then it was Bubba and Chris Bell, 3 wide hitting Chase Elliott. And it was like, okay. And so Chase kind of did have his shitty mic up there post-race, but he was heated. He was, he was ignorant.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. But, guys drive each other hard all the time. So, this is going to happen.
The little bit of respect I had for Chase was like he was a Georgia boy. I can relate. Cool for him. But his fans are toxic.
It's rough.
He inherited all of Junior's fans, and they still eat crowns for breakfast, and so they're Chase fans.
I haven't seen him in an altercation where he backs down though. Like even,
the Joey one, they got out of the car and he wouldn't even look at Joey.
I was just gonna say, that was the only one. But ever since, I don't know. He's just with Denny Hamlin. I feel like he stood his ground. Now with Harvick. Like I said, I don't think he's ever going to fight, and I don't expect that from him. He's not that kind of driver. He's not that kind of guy. As long as he just stands his ground in an argument, I'm happy. That's good enough for me when it comes to Chase Elliott. I don't expect anything from him.
Both of them being heated, getting each other's face, love it. Glad Chase stuck up for himself and his team. Glad Kevin was mad as fuck as hell to, rage. Love seeing that. Man, it was just good to see it back. Good to see all that happening.
So what was it like leaving the track, though? You just said you wanted to mention.
So, Chase gase the most cheers in driver intros. Kyle Busch gets the most boos. We all know that. So
I love
it. Whole place is, Chase-topia. So while, all of us Hart fans are mad as hell. My boy Vince almost got in a fight down by the fence with some random Blaney fan. I don't know. He was pissed too.
A Blaney fan?
Dude. Dalton Good said he saw 5 fights walking out of there. People fighting mad. Yeah.
You never see that in a NASCAR
people
race.
Mad as hell. And
that's wild.
We got
never see that.
We're walking out. We've been drinking. We're cussing, having a rootin' tootin' time. And some lady was like, hey, watch your mouth. There's children here. Well, we're hot. We're up to here. And she just popped off at us. So I was just like, bitch. But my boy Vince was like, well, don't bring your damn kids to a NASCAR race is all I got to say. And then her drunk husband was like, what'd you say? And we were like, sit down, dude. And we kept walking, but then Chase fans, we're walking by and Chase fans are like, fuck Harvick. And we're like, yeah, fuck Chase Elliott. We're all the banner walking out. Dude, it was a Call of Duty all over again. It was wild. And I loved it. Everybody's kind of having a good time with it, but kind of go fuck you and your driver. And it was pretty funny. Everybody walking out and then seeing all this stuff on me or social media where people were like, oh yeah, good Crybaby can do no harm, Chase Elliott. And I was like, I'm glad non-Harvick fans are sticking up for Harvick at least.
No, they just want to shit on Chase Elliott.
I'm here for it because
I don't think they care.
Every ounce of dignity I had for Chase Elliott went down the drain, and it's honestly it feels good. I've said for years now, I'm like, I don't hate any driver, I don't dislike any driver, but now I have somebody to root against. I don't like Chase Elliott. I don't like his shit and his fucking pretty boy attitude, and fuck his fan base, man. Whatever. So many people too were like, "What did I do to you, man?" I was like, it's a joke, but fuck off.
Yeah, I could care less.
Hey, well, what drivers do you have? Any other drivers you don't like?
Any drivers I don't like?
Yeah.
No, I think it's just Harvick.
See? You see how lame you sound? So
see how lame I sound? Yeah. I think my points have all been proven by Harvick getting out of his car, too scared to take his helmet off, to Chase Elliott, who's younger than me, skinny little kid. That's your chance to really act tough. Take off that helmet, get into his face, really put it at him.
Hit him over your knee,
Come on,
Grandpa.
dude.
I seen one funny meme. It said, dude, Kevin Harvick was heated tonight. And it was Ricky Rudd at the Richmond race mad. When Kevin and him fought. And it said Kevin Harvick's pissed tonight. And it was a picture of Ricky Rudd. And it was so funny. Yeah, dude, there was a F. Joe Biden chance. It was like college football at that damn place.
Yeah, the fuck Joe Biden or fuck Biden or whatever. Yeah, those chants are going viral.
Yeah, they did it at the race.
Well, the thing was, I saw some articles talking about how like that those chants are toxic and blah blah blah, and I'm like, oh no, these chants are about to get so much louder.
Yeah,
do not write articles about it.
Yeah,
like I don't care what your political opinion is. The second they wrote articles, I bet even people that voted for Joe Biden were like, oh well, now I'm gonna say it because they said I shouldn't say it. Like,
don't say it.
Stupid, just stupid.
That's the world we live in.
Yep.
Oh, but hey, Larson got a 6th win. You're fanboy over there. Look at you. Larson gets a 6th win, slides in. The thing is that Larson's burning out right in front of me, and I'm watching the TV because like Kevin's about to and Chase are about to kick each other, and I'm like, oh, and then I was like, oh, Larson's doing a burnout, whatever. Oh,
yeah.
Like,
they didn't even show it like on TV. They just kept it on.
Yeah,
the altercation. Yeah,
dude, I remember one they showed so it cut back to when they were talking like behind the garage wall. And like they were showing that on the big screen, and everybody there's watching it, and then it like just cut to like Kyle Larson and Victory Lane, and everybody's like, "Oh, like what the hell?" like you don't want to see that? Yeah, dude, go
even
back.
The Larson
to that.
fans are like, "Go back to the other channel."
Yeah. Everybody wanted to see like they're yelling at each other.
All right, so yeah, we got Larson. He's in. We'll talk about. Here in a second,
Larson just building them playoff points, boy.
Yeah, here in a second, we'll talk about who's in and who's out. But now that we recapped the race, what I said at the beginning was we'll recap the race and go back. Where do you think it's ranking on your list for the season?
Ooh, man, I don't want. It's hard to sit there and say like race of the year because
it is.
I
can never do it.
So. Like, I mean, I don't know, man. It was like here lately, maybe minus Richmond, we've had racing's been getting good. Races have been good. They've been cranking up. We talk about how good
Michigan might just be.
Fox is over there like,
what did we say? What did we say?
So the racing's been getting good lately, and the playoffs are doing exactly what it's supposed to do. Everybody tensions are high. Everybody's stressing, and we got beating and banging for the playoff positions. I love it. And then there's probably some races I'm forgetting about early in the year that like might have been better, but yeah, I would give this like a race of the year right here. We got guys getting beaten and banging for the lead with 50 to go. Like, what more could you ask for?
Yeah, I know. I'm really trying to think of which one was better.
We got good ones, but this was
tough because
awesome.
It is tough because there have been a lot of good races this season.
Yeah.
Even just in the past couple of weeks, there's been really good races.
Yeah.
Darlington was great. Daytona was great. Michigan was great.
Well, that's another thing is like, Darlington did not disappoint. We got Larson sending it in 3 and 4.
I would say that Darlington was at least in the top 10.
I did see that too. The Jeff Gluck poll.
Yeah. Did it say highest of all time or something?
I don't know if it's all time, but this year for sure I've seen.
I think it might have been like a new record. It was like 90-something%.
Yes. It was 94 when I voted.
And that's just wild.
I think the highest this year so far was like 89.
Why don't I pull it up right now? Because that dude gets so many votes. So to have one that high, here, I'll pull it up. Let's see. Yeah, I would say it's at least in my top 3. I would probably have to go back and really, look at it to determine this. Was Bristol a good race? It's a new poll record.
Wow.
New poll record. An overwhelming 95.7% said yes, making it the number 1 race ever in this poll out of 217 races polled.
Since 2016, I think he started.
The top 3 in the poll are now all Bristol races. Number 1.
If that doesn't tell you something.
Number 1, this race. Number 2, spring 2020. Number 3, fall 2018.
I'll take it. I think that's when Kurt won.
And he had over 23,000 votes. Dang. 96% on over 23,000 votes. Those numbers are insane. That's wild.
Yeah. That's good shit. NASCAR's going up, dude. That's freaking awesome.
Let's just say, it's not even NASCAR anymore. It's just Bristol Racing, Bristol Night Racing, and we just do that every week. because clearly that's what everyone wants.
I said, hey, forget the dirt. Why don't you just have 2 night races? But I was like, give me too much of something and it loses its luster.
Exactly.
Just keep that crown jewel how she is. I'm calling it a crown jewel.
Dirt was fun. I say let's do it.
Hey, I will give it to them. They're going to run the dirt at night next year on a great day to run it. It's going to be fun. And I think that'll be cool. That'll be better. I mean, Bristol's going to have 2 night races. One's going to be dirt. One's going to be concrete. Make that a whole little thing. Whatever.
Is it Saturday night?
No, Sunday night. On a lot of people's favorite holiday.
What holiday?
The one with rabbits and eggs.
Is that the Easter race?
It's on Easter, yeah.
Oh shit, that's stupid.
It wasn't. It's just like you missed it. Like we guessed night race, but you're gonna piss people off and probably have like low ticket sales putting it on the Easter.
100%. And if you're gonna do it, I still think I'm glad they're doing night. I still think it should be like a Saturday night race.
Yeah.
But whatever, we'll see how it goes. It's probably gonna be a train wreck because that doesn't make any sense to put.
It'll probably rain.
Yeah, that's true.
It'll probably rain and they'll run it on Monday.
If I had to guess, NASCAR's. I mean, I don't know what the U.S. average is for like Christianity anymore. I think it's below 80% now.
I didn't know how far you wanted to get down that hole. That's why I was beating on the bush.
But NASCAR audience Christianity. It's probably like 90%. I mean, let's just be real. Yeah. So to have it on Easter, it's just that doesn't make sense to me.
You're gonna piss off fans.
No one's gonna show up.
Hey, there's only
I'll
one
still
off.
watch it.
There's only one off week next week.
I'll watch it on TV.
Well, hell, a lot of my friends they're like, let's go to the dirt race. You coming? And I was like, well, and I was like, well, I don't really want to make that drive back and go to work Monday morning.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Saturday night would have been better.
Yeah, there was Saturday night. I probably would have gone.
Yeah.
But whatever. It is what it is. Bristol is Bristol, man. You definitely have to go next year.
So, to wrap it up, Eric Almirola out. Tyler Reddick out. Kurt Busch out, which is the surprise. And then Michael McDowell out. So,
McDowell, we all knew when he screwed up in Darlington, he lost all his chances.
Yep.
Almirola, kind of, I was like, I mean, if he does good, he might be in. He was +10 going in, but
I never thought he was going to make it though.
I'm honestly like, he didn't make it. Reddick, I was kind of like, hey man, thanks for coming. It was fun. We're glad you made it this far, but
I wish you could have done something with it. But
we'll see you next year, buddy. Kurt, man, this one hurts personally. Like I was rooting for Kurt going out, with Chip Ganassi. Let's see how far this train rolls. The left rear at Richmond, it was the nail in the coffin. He showed up with nothing. Like they ran 25th straight up like the whole race.
Yeah,
I don't know where he finished.
Really weird.
He finished 19th, whatever.
Right.
He finished 19th straight up. Ryan Priest beat him. Bubba beat him. Ross Chastain.
Tyler Reddick finished like 12. That's why I was like,
Matty D 10th. Like I expected Kurt to be in the top 10 at minimum.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah,
so
I thought he was going to be battling harder.
He literally posted like, "We win as team, as lose as team, but we did not have a race car tonight."
Yeah,
like he said, they were just slow.
So looking forward, because we are done with the round of 16, we are in the round of 12. I think there's an updated list. It says number 1, Kyle Larson, then Martin Truex Jr., Denny Hamlin, Ryan Blaney. Kyle, by the way, we got to talk about Ryan Blaney. That might be the next episode because we got to do a deep dive on this motherfucker. He's in the top 4. He's in the top. I mean,
well, he won like 3 races.
That's what I'm saying. Blaney is like, he's really doing it this year. Number 5, Kyle Busch, Chase Elliott, Alex Bowman, William Byron. So 3 of the 4 Hendricks are right there, right on the inside of the top 8 for the cutoff. And then outside the bubble would be number 9, Joey Logano, 10, Brad Kay, 11, Christopher Bell, and 12, Kevin Harvick. So the way I always – and as I was saying, Kevin Reese seeds 12th just pisses me off. But, hey, that's what stage points are for. I feel like each round – By the way, I don't think anybody's sleeping on Blaney at Dega. It's kind of his home – that's his spot now. Yeah. I think the rounds I think the first round's kind of you need to have 3 consistent races. But as we go through the second and third round, you have to have a perfect first race. Vegas, so going to the next round, Vegas next week,
you need to get a top 5. You get a top 5.
I was gonna say not perfect, but like
like a good race,
clean, solid. Yeah,
10th ain't gonna cut it.
You need to get some good points.
You need a stage points, and you need a top 5, and then you can manage. Lean back in the pocket and block,
and play defense.
Yes, you can do that from there on that. But if you go into Vegas and you blow right front at lap 13, you're not. You have to win one of the next 2 races. Like no matter who you are, really. Denny Hamlin's third, only plus 11 from the cutoff. That's how. If say Denny Hamlin blows a left rear and before the end of the first.
No, they're all packed right in there.
Yeah,
I mean, at this point,
look at the cutoff from 9th to 2nd, 16 points.
Well, that's what I was saying. Blaney and Hamlin are both plus 11. That's why I was like, we need to talk about Blaney. I don't think we even have enough time in this episode.
We'll talk about it later.
Because I think we're gonna do a Friday episode.
Yeah, we're looking like that with your schedule.
So we'll probably do a Friday episode. So I do want to do a deep dive into each of these drivers going into the rest of the playoffs and where I think they're going to position themselves. Just going off this list to wrap up the episode, just super early prediction. What 4 drivers are not making this cut? And I know it's going to hurt to say because you don't want to say it.
Oh, I'm shooting from the hip, my boy.
All right, let's go.
Christopher Bell is going out, I think. He had a little spurt of
I know. I always doubt him, but then he'll do something.
But I also think, first year in the 20, glad you came. Here's your party pack.
He made it to the second round of the playoffs. That's already big.
That's good for him. Good for him. His first year in the 20.
Really good.
So,
especially with the team. He's showing up.
Well, here's the thing: is he's been pretty good at them road courses. So I could see him maybe having a run, giving it hell at Roval, but not making it. So
that could be it. Yeah.
Next out. I mean, it's hard to say with Dega in this round, but being it is Vegas and Roval, I don't know. I don't see the 2 making a whole lot of noise. He was kind of just there at Bristol. He did get up front at the first half, but I don't know if the 2's got it. Also, shoot.
I already have the 4 I want.
I'm just shooting right now. I think Byron's going to, he gave it hell there at Bristol and squeezed in. He's not going to have the speed he needs. He'll get in a wreck at Dega, and he won't be shit at Roval. And I'm also going to say the 48. Fuck him. Fuck him and fuck him.
All right, yeah, so I'm going to agree with you on quite a few of these. I'm saying Alex Bowman and William Byron. I'm surprised that they both made it in this far.
You're not lucky.
Yeah, because they're just not really showing up in the playoffs so far. They had a really good seasons, but in the playoffs, they just haven't really impressed me. I think Chase Elliott and Kyle Larson will continue to lead that train for Hendrick while Byron and Bowman fall back. I agree. Christopher Bell, I think it's about his time to go. That makes sense. We got these young guys, on good teams, just boom, 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 in round of 2. And then the last one, you're going to fucking hate to hear it, but Kevin Harvick.
I couldn't say it.
I know you couldn't. That's why you said Brad K, which Brad K is not a bad pick. Actually, when you said that,
I can see it go. I can see it coming down between
either way. Yep, 100%. Two, veteran drivers, really experienced, but for whatever reason, they have not been on this year, and it's about their time to go.
Here's my thing: is Kevin literally this first round, a 5th, a 8th, and a 2nd. Ooh, Bell Bowman, Brad Busch, Kyle Busch. Is
another one that I want to talk about real quick.
Kevin with a 5th, 8th, and 2nd. I mean, that's some of the better runs he's had all year. So, it does
look a little bit more promising.
Is the 14 making strides here late, with the slugfest? I don't know. I think it all comes down to Vegas, really. Talladega is what it is. You just got to survive. Roval will be another survival race, or who wins, Kyle Larson or Chase Elliott. But I think it's all about Vegas. Get all your points at Vegas.
I was surprised, and to go to Nathan's point here with Kyle Busch, I was surprised that I was watching a pit stop with Kyle Busch and them having to focus on it because he's consistently losing points and he might not make the cut. I was like, I never thought I would see that in my life.
No.
But I still can't pick him to get knocked out in the next round because I cannot doubt that dude.
They can win Vegas.
He might win the championship this year.
Oh yeah, totally. I would. I would put him in the Final Four.
If somebody was like, "Oh, here's a wild prediction: Kyle Busch wins the championship," I would be like, "That's not a wild prediction."
No, it's not.
I don't care what season this is. Right? That is not a wild prediction because it's Kyle Busch. Nathan could be right because, I mean, he really has been struggling in the playoffs this year, which is wild to see. I just, based on my experience in the history of watching Kyle Busch, I cannot doubt him.
Yeah.
But at this point, it could go either way. Could go either way.
I love the playoffs, man. I love that we get to talk about this. I love the points change every week, and it's just drama. It's hot gossip.
Exactly. Love it. All right. So we're going to try to be back here on Friday for another episode. And once again, we are brought to you by Yeti. Link in the description below. If you're watching on YouTube, if you're watching on Twitter, just go over to YouTube. I don't know. Link in the description for that. If you want to buy anything Yeti, just posted a cool pic of me and Dakota. Posted up with the Yeti cooler.
Ew.
Did you like that caption? What's cooler than being cool?
Yeah, ice. Yeti cold.
I thought you'd like that.
I did.
And brought to you by Yeats. 10% off discount code.
Shout to our latest winner,
YeatsOfficial.com. Nathan finally has a pair. And look for it this week. We will be doing 2 different giveaways on social media, on Instagram and Twitter. So be on the lookout for that and win yourself a pair like Nathan just did. Congrats, Nathan.
Hey, all right, boys.
See you Friday.
Peace.
Peace.